third law that describes the behavior of gases when they react. It states that when gases react, they do so in volumes that bear simple ratios to one another, and to the volume of the gaseous product formed, provided temperature and pressure remain constant. So when you make pressure and temperature remain constant, the gases react in volumes that bear simple ratios. For example, if we have hydrogen gas reacting with oxygen gas to give us water gas. So I put here 2 to balance the equation and 2 here to balance the equation. So from this one you can see that 2 volumes of hydrogen react with 1 volume of oxygen, forming 2 volumes of water gas. So the ratios here are very simple: 2 to 1 to 2. The volume of hydrogen is 2, the volume of oxygen is 1, the volume of water is 2. Example number 2, if hydrogen gas reacts with chlorine gas to give us hydrogen chloride gas, put here to balance the equation, we see that 1 volume of hydrogen reacts with 1 volume of chlorine, giving us 2 volumes of hydrogen gas. Example number 3, this is 1, this is 2. The example number 3, we have nitrogen gas reacting with hydrogen gas, giving us ammonia gas. Put here 2 is balancing, then put here a 3. We see that from this, 1 volume of nitrogen reacts with 3 volumes of hydrogen, giving us 2 volumes of ammonia gas. So this is what we call Vila-Saccar's law. Gases are reacting in volumes that are bearing simple ratios to one another and to the volume of the gaseous product. Example 1, 100 cubic centimeters of hydrogen were burnt in excess chlorine. Determine part A, the volume of chlorine used; part B, the volume of the gaseous product formed. What we need to do is to write the equation, solution. So the reaction equation will be hydrogen gas plus chlorine gas, giving us hydrogen chloride gas. So I put here 2 to balance. Part A, volume of chlorine used. So we have hydrogen, it is 100 cubic centimeters. Chlorine we don't know, even the hydrogen chloride we don't know. So I can write hydrogen to chlorine. Using Vila-Saccar's law, I can say that 1 volume of hydrogen reacted with 1 volume of chlorine. So 1 volume of hydrogen reacted with 1 volume of chlorine. So the 100 cubic centimeters of hydrogen react with, cross multiply, 100 times 1 divided by 1 These are cubic centimeters of chlorine. So the volume of chlorine will be 100 cubic centimeters. That we are required to determine the volume of the gaseous product formed. So we don't know that volume, but we can let one volume, so part B, one volume of hydrogen gas reacted to produce 2 volumes of hydrogen chloride. So, can I replace in my volume here, which is 100 cubic centimeters of hydrogen reacted to produce cross multiply 100 times 2 divided by 1. These are centimeters cubed of HCl. So I put this one to the calculator, I have 200 cubic centimeters of HCl. Now the second example, 80 cubic centimeters of oxygen exploded with 80 cubic centimeters of hydrogen. Determine the volume of the unused or residual gas at room temperature. So solution, we need to first write the equation. It is hydrogen gas reacting with oxygen gas, giving us water gas. Right, but put here 2. So 80 of hydrogen exploded with same amount of oxygen. So we are going to look for the amount of oxygen that was unused. Give a Secker's law by saying that 2 volumes of hydrogen are reacted with 1 volume of oxygen. So, what if 2 reacted with 1? What if the 1 volume of hydrogen reacted with cross multiply 1 times 1 divided by 2. These are volumes of oxygen. So, can you substitute into this one, the 80 cubic centimeters of hydrogen? So 80 cubic centimeters of hydrogen reacted with cross multiply again 1 times 1 over 2, then times the 80 cubic centimeters of oxygen. So we shall get 40 cubic centimeters of oxygen that reacted. But they asked for the volume of the residual gas. Remember, we use 80 cubic centimeters. So the volume of the residual gas will be, so residual or the remaining oxygen gas will be, gas is equal to 80 minus 40 cubic centimeters. 80 that we are exploded minus the ones that we are used, giving us 40 cubic centimeters that remained. Let's talk about Avogadro's law. Avogadro's law says that equal volumes